Okay. The daily Parsha insight is on page 155. We had a long aliyah today that talked about God, persuading Moshe to be the Redeemer. It started off that God told Moshe, "Tell the people, I have indeed remembered you, what's being done to you in Egypt. I see your pain. I've remembered your pain and oppression." Now, even though the Jews, as we mentioned a bunch of times, had sunk to a dangerously low spiritual state, even serving idols.
Right.
God did not tell Moshe to rebuke them or warn them that if they don't mend their ways, their exile will continue. Interesting, right? You could say, hey, you want to be redeemed? Stop being so idolatrous, Jews. That was not part of the orders. He did not tell them, you'll be redeemed if you do teshuvah. Didn't tell them teshuvah. Rather, God instructed them to remind them of the merit of their forebears, to announce them, and this merit of their forebears, the patriarchs and matriarchs, and the merit of their suffering, that alone is enough for them to be redeemed. The promise and merit of the forebears, of the patriarchs, and their suffering. Only much later, when he had an alternative for them, a command for them to fill, did Moshe tell the Jews stop idols. When he gave them the Paschal lamb, then he said, take the lamb and stop doing idols. That was the way end of this saga. Similarly, what's the lesson? We are reliving the Torah. How do we relive the Torah? 1 second. We relive the Torah. How do we relive the Torah? We're bringing Mashiach. We're bringing redemption. And there's a lot of Jews who are in exile. The most effective way to draw the hearts of our fellow Jews closer to God, to bring them personal and collective redemption, is by first showing them the beauty of their heritage, their forebears, and uplifting them with the promise of the redemption. The Rebbe said this in 1991. The last 2 years of the life of the Rebbe, where he was really, telling us Mashiach is on the way.
Amen.
And to finish up the mitzvahs of the day, Thursday, the 282nd prohibition is that a judge is forbidden from following majority rule in capital cases if there's only a majority of one. We're on page 148. This means if the judges disagree regarding a transgressor, some saying that he should be executed and others saying he should not, and those saying guilty are a majority of one, you cannot execute him. You can't execute on a majority of one. It has to be at least a majority of two. Next, page 148, the 283rd prohibition, a judge is forbidden to rely on the opinion of another judge, either to convict or to acquit, without investigating the case independently and formulating his own opinion and analysis based upon principles of law. You can't say what he said, right? To use your own brain to give a verdict. The 229th mitzvahs were commanded to execute by stoning those who transgress our mitzvahs. The 228th mitzvahs that we're commanded to execute by burning, it's actually molten metal down a person's throat. Those who transgress our mitzvahs. And that ends today's